thing to happen to anybody, but I think those of us who have played always felt on the tennis court the most you'd have to worry about would be a double fault, a drop of serve at 4-all in the third.
It's true. It changed everybody's perspective, and Monica was really dominating the women's game at that time. She had won 8 of 9 Grand Slams and just had Steffi Graf's number, and it was really just shocking. It was tragic, and fortunately Monica was able to come back. I mean, not only to play, but just mentally really bounce back, and she's done such a great job.
It was quite a void for those 2.5 years that she was out. We're going to take a short break, and you can see they're warming up their serves and about ready to resume this quarterfinal match. Stay with us live from Paris.
Tonight on ESPN, the Stanley Cup Finals begin. First, a preview on Sports Reporters at 7, followed by Quest for the Cup. Then at 8, Game 1 of the Hurricanes and Red Wings. Then Sports Center. On the Deuce at 6:30 RPM tonight. At 8, the return of Tuesday Night Fights, followed by the day's highlights of the French Open. At 11:30, World Cup tonight. On ESPN Classic at 8, Sports Century profiles boxing legend Jack Dempsey, followed by Classic Boxing featuring Roberto Duran. And catch ESPN News anytime for scores and updates.
Our biggest event of the year, Dixie-Line's Home Fix-Up Fair. Over 150 displays of new products and how-to demonstrations, special price reductions, and hundreds of chances to win prizes worth thousands of dollars, acres of savings, and lots of free family fun. It's Dixie-Line's Home Fix-Up Fair. Meet Sammy the Salamander. Talk to the experts at the HGTV booth. Play the HGTV name games. It's Dixie-Line's Home Fix-Up Fair. Don't miss it.
Sometimes it's important for kids to keep quiet. But if you keep quiet about a kid who talks about hurting someone with a gun, some kid could be quiet forever. Don't wait till it's too late. Tell a grown-up right away. For a free book about what to do, write to McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652.
People are bustling around on quarterfinal day, and after a bit of a rain delay, thunderstorm delay, the sun is back out, and a welcome sight that is, because you just have such a great lineup the rest of the day today. Venus Williams, 21 years of age, turned pro, hard to believe, 7 years ago.
She was number 2 going into this tournament, but already back to number 1 after this tournament because she lost her first round last year, so she's just making up points. Jennifer, of course, the defending champion, is ranked number 1 this week.
Well, one of the reasons why Venus has gotten to number 1 is because she's learned to play on clay. What about the adjustments to the surface?
Really just that I try to train a little bit more, to run a little harder, and try to slow myself down, because especially this year I realize that I'm the kind of player I'm looking to end the point. I don't see a need to stick around unless I have to, and I think that's in general in tennis the best way to play. But on clay I do try to extend the points and change my mentality just a little bit.
Patience has been so important for Venus Williams, and I think she really started to figure it out this year on Amelia Island. When she beat Justine Enna in that final, she was down, and then all of a sudden had to hit more balls in the court.
Williams serving 3-1 first set.
0-10.
After that match, we interviewed Venus at Amelia Island, and she said, oh my God, I really have to work harder now, and I have to be stronger because the points are going to last longer. And then she went on to the finals of Hamburg, where she lost to Kim Kleisters, and then she hurt her wrist, so wasn't able to play in Rome. But it looked very good here.
That wrist injury was actually a non-playing injury. She picked up one too many bags of her luggage one day when she was traveling to the Italian Open. She told me she had 2 carry-on bags, her dog, and then still tried to pick up her suitcase. There you have it. You need a porter.
Well, and Venus has had trouble with her wrists in the past. She's had tendonitis in both her right and her left wrist. And she actually did a little something different. She changed strings. She went from synthetic to gut this week. Try to get a little bit more life on the shots.
That double fault now 15-30. Monica Seles would love to get the break right back. She's been pro for 13 years. Her record on clay, 10-2. Her ranking is number 6. She's bounced around somewhere between 4 and 10 the last couple of years.
But she'll move back to number 4 after this tournament because the 2 Belgians who had done so well last year, Kim Clijsters reaching the finals and Justine N in the semis, went out early. Monica wasn't able to play here last year because of injury, so she's made up a lot of points.
30 all. Venus serving actually up the tough end with the sun.
Monica's come out hitting the ball pretty well. She's been going for her shots, which she has to do. I mean, I was talking to Michael Seles before, her coach, and he said it's pretty clear out there. We hope that Venus is a little bit off and that Monica goes for the lines.
And that's what happened in Australia. Game point. Monica had love 40 on Venus's serve. Second time Venus served at 1 all. There's where she misses that extra step to get over there. Venus Williams with a hold of serve. 4-1, just 1 break of serve. First set of the second quarterfinal.
The 2002 U.S. Open. Coverage begins Thursday, June 13th.
7, things changed around.
They were playing with the roof closed because it was raining outside. Conditions a little bit quicker, but Monica Seles really somehow dug deep, found the belief that she could beat Venus. Venus started off well, winning the first set, 7-6, but Monica Seles served well. She went for the corners, and that's her game. She has to go for her shots. She's not going to play defense. She can just hopefully open up the court, and like her coach said, hope that Venus Williams is a little bit off, which she was in this match in Australia.
Earlier in the tournament, Venus had a pretty severe case of the knee tendonitis. She still had it strapped there. There's Mike Seles, Seles' coach, and Venus limped around a little bit in this match, but her mobility for the most part was pretty good.
But Monica Seles was just mentally very tough. She had a good attitude. She knew she had nothing to lose against Venus and prevailed in 3 sets. And that's the same case today. She has nothing to lose out there. The pressure is off. She's gotten to where she's supposed to get to. It's time to just execute.
Quick correction. Venus pointed with a finger thinking it was long, but now she looks down at the mark and doesn't even question the call. Here you see 6-1 to Venus. They've never played on clay. It's because really Venus and Serena before this year, they didn't play that much on clay.
And you would think the slower surface would help Monica track a few more balls down, absorb some of Venus's power. Also help her return the Venus Williams serve, which she has trouble doing on the faster courts.
Yeah, Monica likes to hang right around that baseline, and if Venus Williams is on with a big serve, which has gone as high as 127 miles an hour, that baseline is just too close.
Michael Seles, on the right of your screen, been working with Monica for almost a year now. Motivates Monica, keeps her happy on the court and fresh.
Nice how he gets that hair to stand up like that in the front. Little gel.
Premier service.
Done by Venus, moving up into the court to attack this forehand. She's really kept her head down much better on the forehand side, has followed through nicely, accelerating through that short one.
And it brings up the most important point so far in this first set, 30 all. Seles cannot afford to get down the second break. Set would pretty much be over. Venus served first in the match.
Deuxième service.
Tough rally. Monica Seles holds serve 4-2, Venus Williams. Our live coverage of the French Open continues over on ESPN at noon with 2 more hours of action. If you want to catch up on all of today's action here at Roland Garros, be sure to tune in to ESPN2 tonight at 10 Eastern, and we'll show you match of the day, or in this case, matches of the day. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Keyword French Open. After this match, Serena against Pierce. I mean, what a great quarterfinal given the Pierce story. And then Capriati Dockage.
4 big Americans, Grand Slam champions. It's an unbelievable lineup.
15 love.
Great hustle from Seles. She saw the drop shot off the Venus racket.
Kenza.
Seles known for her angles. Gets outside the ball with the left hand. 15 all.
This Paris crowd has been watching Monica Seles since she was a teenager. 1989, her first major was played here. Not on this court, though. This court is pretty new. Susan Longlong, named after the legendary female French player who played in the 20s, won this tournament a ton of times. Bit of controversy, though, about the lineup. All 4 women's quarterfinals being played on this court, which is special, but is still considered the number 2 court.
Players really feel that at least 2 of the matches should be played on the Châtrière, the center court of the tournament.
Wicked return of serve, bringing up 2 break points.
Well, this is exactly what Monica Seles has to do to have any chance of beating Venus today. Go after her second serve. That's the shortest ball she's going to get in a rally.
You mentioned the love 40 game in the 3rd game of this set. Seles unable to capitalize there, now with a second serve. Monica Seles with the break back. Venus Williams leads 4 games to 3. Seles to serve for 4 all when we come back live.
What's up, bro? Train the lizard. Right. Sweet.
Great backhand up the line from Venus from the center of the court. Creates the angle. Seles, excuse me, Pam. Seles has to hit the ball a lot deeper than that first one.
Both players having trouble with their first serve early in this match. Venus serving at 41%. Seles now under 50% as well. That is another vital part for Monica Seles, the willingness to move in behind the big ground strokes.
Kenza.
Have to take time away from Venus. She's such a great athlete. She's going to cover a lot of court. But I like Monica's attitude so far in this match. Even though she's missed a few early on, she's kept with her game plan.
fault number 1 for Seles. Venus served 3. Seles still waiting for her first serve of this game. You can see the difference. It's just so important to get some free points there.
Totally changes the mentality of the returner. They both attack their return so well.
Venus Williams has never gotten beyond the quarterfinals of the French Open, trying to do it for the first time today. After being down 4-1, Seles now with a point for 4-all. Seles with a cross-court backhand, leveling things at 4-all, and this match is weighted even more because Clarissa Fernandez, ranked just inside the top 100 in the world, awaits the winner.
I don't think both of these players are thinking about that right now.
It's somewhere in the back of their minds, though. They're used to seeing Hingis waiting in the semis, or Serena, or Capriati.
If Monica gets close, gets in that position to win this match, then it might creep up, because what a huge opportunity for Seles to get to a final.
That is a change of tactics for Seles. You're watching live quarterfinal action. Monica Seles, Venus Williams, the second of the quarterfinals to be played. Mary Pierce, Serena Williams next, and then Capriati, the defending champion, against Elena Dokic. It's 4-all. Love 15.
Venus has to start thinking about getting more first serves, and even if she just has to kick it in, she is getting punished with that second serve.
Kanza.
Seles finally missing one. That'll be another question mark, whether she can keep it up. The accuracy with that return of serve.
Staying stubborn with a big one. Service percentage now under 40%. This is her 5th service game of the match.
Terrific aggressive tennis by Seles.
Kanza 30.
Trying to dictate immediately in the point.
Now Venus facing a huge point on serve, 15-30. Her first really good first serve in a while. It's his second ace.
30.
112 miles an hour down the center tee.
What's more impressive about that last first serve, it's been surrounded by a bunch of missed first serves. And a strong second serve. That's what Seles has forced Williams to do. Gamble a bit more with a second delivery.
And that was gutsy by Venus. 4-all, 30-all. She really hit that second serve. It was deep in the service box.
On, and she has a big day of viewing in front of her. It's convenient that Venus and Serena are back-to-back for Mom, and they're on separate halves of the draw. It couldn't have worked out any better for Brandy Williams so far.
It's got to be so stressful watching her daughters compete. Big serves to get Venus out of that game.
Monica Seles, when we come back, will serve to stay in the first set, 4-5.
Back when baseball truly was the national pastime, ball players were heroes and great teams legendary. Now, Sports Illustrated brings you remarkable home movie footage of baseball's glory days in the award-winning 2-video set, When It Was a Game. And best of all, both videos are free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. When It Was a Game features never-before-seen home movie footage shot by the players themselves, bringing the ghosts of baseball's past to life. From Gehrig to the Babe, from Will...
She takes two many times during a match, trying to get that toss in the right spot. Has a lot of trouble with it.
For some reason, as players get older, their service tosses tend to get a little more erratic. Seles, I don't remember early in her career her catching the ball. It's fairly common, though. I certainly had the problem late in my career. On court, Philippe Chatrier is a men's quarterfinal match going on between Cañas and Costa. 2-1, Cañas. They've been out there a long, long time already. Just under 3 hours.
Cañas has had the trainer out there a couple times. Not sure if he was a little fatigued. It looked like he gave him some special sports drink.
Second double fault. And that double fault brings Venus to within a couple points of winning the first set, 15-30. And you expect the crowd to be behind Monica Seles more. She's the underdog. She's the player that the French crowd feels like they've watched grow up. Missed backhand gives Venus Williams 2 set points.
Just wide with that backhand.
S'il vous plaît.
Doesn't look like she's too convinced that she's won the set. You could hear the line call. Laura Ceccarelli calling it good. That's going to be a little bit of bad luck for Seles, though, still, because I think they're going to have to play 2 because Venus barely got that ball back.
That should be the call to replay the point.
Yeah, Venus didn't even try to go to the chair. She knew it was good. 2 more set points.
30-40.
Boy, she actually played that point twice beautifully, Seles, under great pressure down the set point. Can she do it a third time? Just long. Monica Seles drops serve, and Venus Williams on court. Susan Long up 1 set, 6-4, live from Paris.
The world's great sporting event.
Serena Williams, number 3 seed, probably the best player going into the French Open, takes on Mary Pierce, who's come out of nowhere, had to get a wild card to get into this event despite winning it 2 years ago. What a turnaround for Pierce.
Pierce is actually in disbelief after winning her round of 16 match. She couldn't believe it. She hasn't won more than 2 matches in a row in a tournament. And then she found her game at the right time, her favorite place.
And then after the Pierce-Serena match, Jelena Dokic, one of the really new faces inside the top 10, takes on Jennifer Capriati, the defending champion and winner of 3 majors in the last year and a half.
Another good return from Seles, who got a little unlucky towards the end of that first set. Venus came up with some big serves to hold serve at 4-all.
Venus actually was under 40% with her first serves. Now she's crept just above, so it's not like she served well at all. And did that forehand sneak in? It was a late call by the baselines judge out. Love 40. These are the serves of Venus Williams. You can see the aces are the red serves. Look how many are just not in any corner. She's just trying to get them in right now.
Break a serve for Seles. Start off the second set. But even though Venus did struggle with the serve, she did come up with good serves when she needed it. Seles under a lot of pressure to execute her shots. But she's got to continue to force herself to stay aggressive, go for the lines. It's the only way she has a chance of beating Venus.
Premier service.
Such an important game for Seles to stretch the lead after getting the break. Really needs to apply the pressure to Venus.
Tough for Seles because she can't play great defense, but if she doesn't open up the court early on in a rally, she's in trouble. Venus, on the other hand, is so good on the defense. She can turn a point around quickly.
Monica wasted a good first serve in that last point. Couple of late calls. That double fault, another from Seles. 3 for the match. Love 40. Just a horrible game from Monica Seles after getting the break. Tonight, the Stanley Cup Finals begin, and ESPN has exclusive coverage at 8 p.m. as the Carolina Hurricanes face the Red Wings in Detroit. Coverage begins with a quest for the Cup at 7:30 Eastern. ESPN and ABC, your exclusive home for all Stanley Cup playoff action.
Dominic Hasek going for his first Stanley Cup trophy. Never won one before.
First time we've seen 2 European-born goaltenders facing off for the Cup, and Carolina's first time there. Wow. It's kind of cool when, whether it's a team or an individual, and it's their first time, like Clarissa Fernandez.
Exactly, the underdog.
She's got a chance. And if Clarissa Fernandez beats the winner of this match to get the finals of the French, then at the hotel when you walk out, they're really going to be taking care of you.
There's a friendly face.
Matthew Perry, huh?
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
Enjoying some Parisian tennis.
I hear he's pretty good friends with Jennifer.
He's been around to a few tournaments this year already. A little bit of a letdown here for Monica Seles after breaking Venus to start off the second set. She's under so much pressure to execute her shots, to really attack every single possibility she gets out there. She's made a few mistakes and now hasn't won a point in a while.
7 straight after Monica broke serve.
J'ai Mademoiselle Williams.
Back on serve, Venus Williams up 6-4, 2-1 live from Paris.
Mademoiselle Williams-Man de Gers.
You see a grueling commute. At Franklin Templeton, we saw a reason to invest in tax-free bonds for mass transit.
The one-handed volley.
Both players just pounding the ball from the baseline, grunting extremely loud. Monica puts everything she's got into this one-handed swing volley. Not easy to win a point out there.
Last time that Monica Seles got through to a major final was here in '98. You can see the years, the last time that Seles was through. Obviously, Wimbledon is the one that she has not won. She lost to Graf that year in '92, winning only a couple of games.
She won the '96 Australian Open. She lost to Sanchez Vicario here in the final of the '98 French Open. I think this is a smart play by Monica Seles going behind Venus. Sometimes Monica can get a little bit predictable, just hitting to the open court.
40-15. Better serve from Seles. Leveling things at 2 games apiece. Seles, when you talk about that '98 French Open final, you just can't help but to remember Caroli Seles, who passed away just a couple of weeks before that final. The cartoonist turned tennis coach. What a beautiful man.
He was always smiling. He always applauded Monica's opponents when they hit good shots. Such a good sport out there, and he was everything to Monica. He was her best friend, her dad, her coach.
Fantastic two-handed backhand. And Venus Williams knows that she left that a little closer than she meant.
30.
You have to go so close to the line. It had just enough topspin to make it drop.
Premier service.
Venus Williams has learned so much from each and every year she's competed on the tour. She's trying to learn to be more and more comfortable on this surface, not her best naturally.
She said it. She doesn't like long rallies. She wants to get it over with quickly. She's got that ability because of her power and her strength. But sometimes on these red clay courts, you have to be patient. You have to wait an extra 2 or 3 balls before you go for it. And that's what she's been doing these last few days, really waiting for the right opportunity to attack.
2 straight service games that Venus Williams has held to love after being broken in the first game. We're on serve in the second set. Venus up a set.
Thumb within your thumb.
Double fault and love 40. Venus Williams dug out of a love 40 hole in the first set. Monica needs to do it here.
S'il vous plaît.
4-2 Seles down. If you want to catch up on all of today's action here at Roland Garros, be sure to tune in to ESPN 2 tonight at 10 Eastern. We'll show you match of the day and a whole lot more. And then tomorrow you'll see another full day of coverage. We start at 9:30 in the morning on ESPN 2 and then move on to ESPN for 3 more hours at noon. Log on to ESPN.com, keyword French Open. Seles in real trouble now.
Has to break serve. It's a good way to start.
Venus Williams continues to just show why she is improving on all services, the way she has played this quarterfinal match so far. 6-4, 4-2 lead.
Well, she's able to produce her best tennis when she needs it, Venus Williams. She takes her time. She has a lot of respect for Monica. And expects a tough match, and she just waits for her opportunity. She knows that if she can just hang in there, track enough balls down, she'll have the chance eventually to go for her big shots.
Seles knows she needs to gamble on those type of serves. Hasn't been able to make enough in this match. Venus Williams with 2 points for 5-2.
Surprisingly, they haven't had that many long rallies. Michael Seles told Monica just to go for it off the first opportunity. Venus does the same.
Venus Williams with a winner deep into Seles' backhand corner, and now just 1 game away from her first semifinal of the French.
Williams match.
Of all the minivans available today, only one comes with the government's highest 5-star safety rating, a 10-year warranty, and a starting price of under $20,000. The Kia Sedona. Pretty impactful.
That shot you're talking about, how Venus on the defensive is able to fire down an offensive shot. There's the first point of the game when Seles found the corner. 15-all.
Today's game on the women's side, you have to be able to play both good offense and defense.
And turn defense into offense, which is what Venus does so very well. 15-30.
She's so dangerous when she's on the run, when she's pulled out wide. You have to expect a tough reply from Venus.
All.
Monica hanging in there, still plugging away.
With a game point.
Mademoiselle Seles.
Monica Seles holds on the serve, but now comes the really tough part. She has broken Venus Williams once in the first set, and the start-off matters here in the second set. The fact she's done it a couple of times should give her some kind of confidence. Venus hasn't had one of her best days serving, although has pulled up the numbers since the first set.
It's been the weakest part of Venus's game today, the first serve. She took a little bit off of it that time. With the slice on the first serve. Smart play. You don't want to be looking at a lot of return of serves off the second serve, serving it out.
Another brilliant first serve, follows it up with a high swinging volley.
Now the pressure's a little bit off. She can relax and maybe go for some of her big serves at 30 love in the game.
She went for the big one, but her location was off. Didn't get it up the tee. 30 love.
Now maybe you go back to getting it back in the court, kicking it in.
Yeah, the mindset on the tennis court can really change from one point to the next. Pounding the ball down to the forehand side of Venus Williams from 30 love to 30 all. Seles desperate for the break back.
Venus a little tentative with the forehand, not really stepping up and hitting it, waiting for Monica to miss.
A big miss from Monica Seles brings up match point for Venus Williams.
Mademoiselle Williams, 2-0, 6-4, 6-3.
Couple of big smiles from Venus Williams and her mom. Last time those two played, it was Monica Seles in the quarterfinals of the major, but Venus turned things around today.
She really did. She played a very solid match. She knew she was going to have a tough time against Monica Seles. She has a lot of respect for her, but Venus played the big points well. She didn't serve great, but got the first serve in when she needed to, and she's in the semifinals for the first time at the French Open. She'll play Clarissa Fernandez, the Argentinian, who got in at the last minute when Martina Hingis pulled out. So she should get through that. I mean, she'll be the heavy, heavy favorite going through to the final.
Venus Williams on